Hi guys, it's a good afternoon or a good morning or a good evening, I guess, to you. I'm Mr. Kraus. If you're stumbling into this video, that's strange but cool. You're welcome to come see us talk about identifying personality or character traits of a character in the story of The Most Dangerous Game. To do that, guys, the reason you found this video is just to give you a little bit of help with the steel handout or a review, because we did this with Disney and we looked at The Lion King and we might have looked at The Princess and the Frog. So we're going to talk about it. So speech can reveal characters' personality with their speech. Are they always yelling? Maybe they're an angry person, or maybe they're scared or something. Thoughts, again, you get that generally by text, not by movies, but movies can do it. Thoughts can reveal a character. Does she like me? Does she like me? Does she like me? Then you realize a character maybe is insecure. Effect on others. That is super interesting because it generally sets you up to analyze on a deeper level, which is more like AP, right? Or higher level thinking. The reasoning's really cool there. Your explanation becomes amazing. The effect on others is you're analyzing character A, who is talking to character B, and character B says, I can't believe this person is talking to me. Then we know something is up with the personality or character traits of person A that we're trying to analyze. So the quote or the reaction would be the evidence that person A is, let's just say, different or odd or maybe obsessed or extreme or something, depending on more context would be needed, of course. But again, if you're looking at character A, which in Most Dangerous Game, you're looking at Rainsford, maybe Zeroff's movement or reaction would say something about Rainsford. And so you would quote Zeroff to explain something about Rainsford's personality, right? Pardon that interruption.
Alvarez, if you're still on camera.
Interruption over. So then we have actions. Action speaks for itself, but a character does things, and that would reveal the personality. Does a character get up early every morning? Maybe that character has a lot of self-discipline or is driven. And then looks. We've talked about this extensively in class. If a person is... be careful of this one. I generally don't ask you guys to do the full page, but be careful of looks. That one usually leads you guys to superficial, weak analysis, right? All right. So you want an example from The Most Dangerous Game. Well, here it is. We're going to focus on the character Ivan. And again, I'm going to highlight this real quickly. You guys, whatever you see in this video, you're supposed to copy down, but you cannot use it in your essay or on your steel handout. Don't. All right. We've got the story in Canvas. I'm going to jump over here, open up the text right there, week 5. And the story pops up. By the way, you'll notice some cool pictures. And if you haven't done this with me with vocabulary yet, Control F, and I type in Ivan, I can jump to where he first shows up in the story, right? And I know just before this, we have Rainsford. This is the gray uniform trimmed with, the uniform trimmed with gray astrakhan. Early Russian military uniform is what maybe Ivan is wearing. And then we get in here and he finds the crazy palatial chateau. Rainsford lifted the heavy knocker. The first thing raised its eyes to discern was a gigantic creature. So we could do looks here, but that's not a lot. Solidly made, black bearded to the waist. So maybe if you did the beard and it was looks, he could be vain, or he likes the beard. Out of the snarl of beard, two small eyes. Maybe the person is, there's no window into what the person is like. Don't be alarmed, but the guy doesn't change his view. So where is that? Here it is. The menacing look in the eyes did not change. So I could take that whole sentence, right? And this comes from, again, context, right, before the quote. This comes from Rainsford finding a house or something castle-like on this private island, which we, by the time you're watching this video, you know is a private island owned by General Zeroff, and this is his servant or sidekick or henchman, as it were. So I grab this quote. The menacing look in the eyes did not change. I go over to my steel handout. Those are my notes. And I'm going to put Ivan. And I'm going to call this actions. And then I'm not exactly sure what the quote shows to me about him. So we'll kind of flesh that out with some brief conversation and brainstorming. Oh, I don't know why I'm typing I. So I got quote marks. It's general text. It came from Connell. And then I need to know the page number. I don't know why I haven't put page number on there. There it goes. 6, 7. So 7 on the computer. Back to my steel handout. So I type in 7, period. Now you get those 20 points in this column if and only if these are correct, guys. Quote marks right after the E and change. Then I got a space and I got Connell. 7 inside the parentheses. And of course, quote marks at the beginning. So when his actions don't change, maybe I could look at my character trait list, which is right here. Nice little hidden link. Again, this stuff's online, so you guys can see these links in Canvas, or you should have the handout. And if somebody is a menacing look, maybe he's inflexible, maybe he's inconsiderate. Those are all good. He's temperamental, like he's just kind of angry or uncaring. Uncharitable, he's not willing to be nice. That's the nerdiest word I can find, so I'm going to go with that. So un is not as a prefix, and then charity is the act of giving. So he is not a giving person, and then you see the able, right? The ability. He is not able to give. So that seems to be pretty appropriate for this guy. So I'll scroll back down. So you'll see right here, I'd like you to write the trait down. So I'll put something like that at the bottom, trait. And then, of course, there'll be some blanks, and I'll put uncharit, if I could spell while you guys were watching me type. And then it really helps to maybe get a definition. You guys have dictionaries on your desk. Please use them. And so I look up the definition. So I go over here. I type it in. And there it is. I copy paste. Unkind, that's unsympathetic. That's pretty easy. Come over here and I just copy and paste, and then this is where I answer the so what. And in your notes, right, this is the second part of the tie-in, and the second part should start with this shows what, right? What does it show? Well, if it shows he's uncharitable, I'm going to say that eyes did not change, right? So this shows that the character Ivan is unwilling to change. Oh, that's in the text, so I'm going to look that up. His look, which, oh, you guys are watching me type now. Alter for a person offering and then I want to say this is uncharitable or unsympathetic. Readers should know the kind greeting is by someone who looks tired and ragged from surviving I would say falling overboard and nearly dying. There is no give in this sentence. Not sentence, I'll call it description. Good trick, guys, is I keep trying to say there's no give. I keep trying to say it's unkind, right? So maybe I could say this is absolutely an unkind reaction to someone who is kind and asking for help. All right, now you could stop here, and this would be a terrific explanation of the menacing look did not change. You could do yourself a favor and add a therefore or consequently sentence. Therefore, this proves what? The character, right? Ivan is uncharitable. All right, and that would be the number 3. Sorry, my fingers dropped. The number 3 in the tie-in, right? So this last sentence needs to be in your tie-in. This needs to be as the number 2 in your tie-in. So you guys can take a look at this example. I grabbed the quote. I quoted it correctly. Then I went and found a word based on the character chart. I even looked it up in the dictionary and got myself some synonyms or definition to try to refer to over here. All right? I would leave you with this. The challenge over here is to explain what you're thinking. And I explained it by referring to the quote and trying to use these synonyms. And this would make for a great explanation or a great tie-in in your CQT paragraph. And that's where all this stuff is going. Thank you so much for watching. If I'm in class, give me a thumbs up. If you need some help, let me know. I'm happy to help. Have a good one, guys. Bye.